as a business, you have a image, right? So, I have an image. Everybody has an image for their business. And sometimes when you sell older equipment or, older furniture, older electronics, sometimes you're a little nervous, because it's older, right? And so, um, you know, you're always hesitant for backlash, always hesitant for the buyer to um, buyers are used to having their hand held. So if the thing stops working in a month, you don't want the buyer coming in, banging down your door. There, there's some there's some real good positive reasons to use a liquidator, and part of it I think is that middleman between
The seller.
the seller selling assets and the buyer buying assets, that you're a lot less likely to have blowback at all, because the transaction wasn't handled on a handshake like it would if me being a business owner sold this table to my neighbor, right? Going through a liquidator, there's terms and conditions from both the buy side and the sell side, protections that get put into that transaction that really protect the company when they go to sell their business assets. And I think, a lot of people don't realize that when they want to sell business equipment, they list it online and just, try to find a buyer and hustle it themselves. It's like you're doing that with the full weight of the law, and any possibility that can happen with that handshake neighbor transaction versus using a liquidator that literally puts terms in the sell side of it, puts terms in the buy side of it, and puts some real protections for everybody involved. So at the end of it, there is no blowback. And to me, sometimes that alone is worth the value of a commission that the liquidator would charge to not only do all the work and find the buyer and manage the transaction, but just the protection you get's almost worth, the commission you paid to him.